721. That's Ann Compton music for you right there. Sorry, Beav, I'm having a little fun with you. 721, Big 550 KTRS. Ann Compton live at the White House, getting ready for the...
Good boy. What did I miss, guys?
No,
I feel like I'm coming in at after the punchline.
No, I'm just having a little fun with John Beaver, who runs our board. I make fun of the music he chooses.
Well, listen, let me tell you what fun you're going to have tonight, because I know, McGraw, you will stay up to watch every word of the President's State of the Union address. Actually, later this afternoon, you could probably just listen to last year's, and you will hear virtually the same themes and emphases that you'll get tonight. Now, this morning they are letting us know. I just interviewed Jay Carney, who said that the president tonight is going to announce he is lifting the federal minimum wage to $10.10 an hour. But before you get excited, it's only for federal contractors. He can't do that nationwide. That has to be an act of Congress. But for any company that is a federal contractor and does work for the government, future contracts all have to have at least $10.10 an hour for even the most, the janitorial jobs. And the president's going to say that he's going to use this pen even more if he and Congress can't come together on more of their agenda.
Interesting. Now, I'm assuming he's going to talk Affordable Care Act somewhere along the line tonight?
Well, it'd be hard to leave out. Certainly the Republicans in the chamber think that anything having to do with the Affordable Care Act hurts the president, hurts his record. But just as an example, up in the gallery every year since the Reagan days, president has invited guests, special guests, and they are, the ones who are up there tonight are all illuminating some aspect of policy that he wants to talk about. There's a young mother with I think a teenage daughter, and she finally has health care. There is the school bookkeeper from Atlanta who stopped a school shooting. So that was one of the schools that will not go down in history as a massacre. She will be up there. 2 survivors from the Boston Marathon bombing. So there will be certainly elements of health care then. The president, I don't know that he's going to apologize again for the health care website that didn't work so well.
We're going to hear anything on immigration, I suspect.
Well, immigration and a little bit of budget stuff is where the president sees a bright spot, because, as you know, from the from the speech tonight, Republicans in the House have their own kind of outline on what they might want to do, and they are going off on a policy retreat where they're going to talk about it. And it seems that some of the elements certainly blend with what the president and the Senate like, where the House Republican version may stop short from what they're looking for is allow legal status, but perhaps not a pathway to citizenship for those who are knowingly came into the country illegally.
And Compton, you are you've seen these State of the Unions come and go. I remember when Ronald Reagan brought those people into the gallery. He was the one who basically invented it. Nobody was better than Ronald Reagan spinning a story like that, was it?
The great communicator. There had been a plane crash, the Air Florida crash, and the young man, the government clerk who dove into the ice and pushed the ice away to rescue a flight attendant. Lenny Skutnik was sitting up in the gallery with Mrs. Reagan that night, and Mrs. Obama will have all of these others with her tonight.
I also love the people who will go on the news shows and complain about the president and then run over to the aisle and shake his hand as he walks down the aisle.
Do you know, McGraw, there are people who camp out there starting a couple of hours before the speech just so they can have that aisle seat. They have to sit there. You can't save seats. And they gush over the president and the cabinet and the other leadership coming down. But most of them are very eager to get out there and have their say about where they think he is fallen down.
Okay, now I get that. What I don't get are who are the people who hands him a program and a pen and he signs it on the way out? Who are those people?
Some of them, I think, are actually interns and House pages.
Okay.
or Senate pages.
Okay, good. I was going to say, because if you're a senator or a congressman and you're handing them for an autograph, that's a little out there as well.
I would hope they would have the grace not to do that.
All right. The response, the Republican response afterwards seems like there's 7 people who are giving some type of response.
Well, there are lots of different organizations, including the Tea Party, but the one main Republican Party response is a fascinating choice. The highest-ranking woman in the House of Representatives, Kathy McMorris Rodgers, should be on maternity leave. She just had baby number 3. She's had 3 children while she's been a member of Congress. She's from Washington State. She's a solid conservative. And she's going to speak because at a time when both parties are doing everything they can to convince women voters that their party has the right answers.
Yeah, that's tonight, the State of the Union address. And Compton, am I hearing that tomorrow it's true that it's the big block of cheese day at the White House? Is that true?
Apparently so, and I am going to confess to you, I have been so busy with State of the Union, I have not, shall we say, dug into that story yet. The president, however, will be on the road selling his State of the Union address.
All right, fair enough. We'll let you get back to work. Ann Compton, thanks for stopping by. Have a good day.
You bet. Thank you.
You got it. 727 here, Big 550.